All right. Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash, to honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akim Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Holy fucking shit. So, yeah, I'm on the road. I just seen a man dressed up as a woman walking down the street. Jeez, dude. Hey, and you know that's perfectly suiting. This lesson, is this truth a burden? All right, is knowing what you know a burden? And the short answer is yes. All right, so now the next question becomes, what you gonna do? Is you gonna bear your cross? Are you going to carry the burden of the Lord until Shiloh comes, or are you gonna bug out from the responsibility, bug out from the knowledge, bug out from knowing that you have to forsake your aspirations in this world and go back and run like a wild beast into the world? You know, what you going to do? Are you going to bear this weight for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for a short while and be given the benefits and the promises of the elect, or are you going to wig out? All right, so let's take a look now. I'll probably use this for the profile photo. You know, just wanted to highlight, you know, I was driving today. I forget what I was listening to, but I was listening to some, and, you know, the Spirit just hit me to do this one. Hey, knowing what we know, y'all, it is a burden, but that's okay. All right, don't let it over encumber you and have you all sad, depressed, in a hole like a hole somewhere. Ecclesiastes 1:18. Matter of fact, we'll start at 16. This is Solomon speaking. It says, I communed with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and I have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yeah, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this is also vexation of spirit. All right, King Solomon, he knew all on the right and all on the left, which is why, you know, it's no coincidence that, you know, he was given into idolatry. You know, how do you think he found out about folly and vexation? You know, he was dabbling in it. And then also, you know, when you go to Proverbs, what is that, the 7th chapter, it tells you how, you know, basically it's given the story how he witnessed an episode of adultery by way of man, you know, laying wait to sneak in with the woman. So basically, y'all, we're in a similar position to Solomon. We're seeing all that's going on. These prophecies are being revealed to us. We study. We're reading in the scriptures on how the world is supposed to be. And we look back out in the world and we see how it's not. And it is very vexing. It is very vexing knowing your people are wicked. They're doing everything that they're not supposed to. Even you yourself as an individual, your flesh is counterwise to your spirit. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. This is something that you will face being in this truth, like it or not. You will find yourselves pissed off. You know, give me 1 second. Slack, I had to make sure I didn't miss my turn. You will find yourself pissed off. You will find yourself saddened. You will find yourself angry at your people. You will find yourself angry at yourself, wanting to put the smack down on a heathen, wanting to put the smack down on your woman. Shit. Because she not listening and acting a motherfucking monkey. God damn it. But knowing all this, we still have to maintain our frame and not wig out. And that's, you know, how I'm going to wrap up the lesson. Ultimately, this burden that we carry, it will have a reward. But just dealing with the fact that, oh yeah, you will be in this truth through 90% of the day. If you aren't, you know, we're not literally running around ready to, you know, well, I won't say that, but if you're running around in a state of pure hatred, eventually, you know, you'll burn the fuck out, right? But if you're walking around in that happy-go-lucky spirit, that's in the incorrect spirit. All right, it tells you that the righteous are in the house of what? Let me get Salah. type in house. Should be Ecclesiastes as well. I just don't remember where it's off top. Okay. Yep. Ecclesiastes 7, and we'll go 2 through 4. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. And that's another thing too. It says what? By the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. All this suffering that we're going through, y'all, ultimately it is to make us better. It's going to make us so much more appreciative of the kingdom to come. All right, we're going to be so appreciative to have our wives and our children, to have our lands, to have our language, our apparel, our mindset. So we have to suffer this waiting period now of knowing what to do, knowing what must be done, knowing what's going to happen, and we can't do shit about it because we have to wait upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It is a test of faith, which many men have fallen out from because they didn't have the strength. They didn't have the strength to maintain, to keep their, it tells you, what is that, 1 Corinthians 9, but I keep under subjection, keep my body under subjection. You have to keep your body from acting out on many of the desires of your flesh. Otherwise, you can find yourself dead, bugged out, or outside of the camp. All right, let's get another one. Dealing with this burden. Oh, yeah. If ain't nobody told you, I'm going to tell you. Being in this truth ain't going to be no easy, but that's all right. Good things don't come easy. You a soldier, ain't you? Lamentations 3 and 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence because he hath borne it upon him. And this is a mode that we constantly find ourselves in. You are alone and away from people because you don't want to be around wickedness. You don't want to be around sin. It's Friday night. Everybody else, what's that song? It's Friday night. What that nigga say? Bruno Mars. I forget how it says. It's Friday night. Some don't believe me. Well, we not in that spirit. You know, I go to the gym after work and I take my ass home. Fuck a Friday night. The only thing special about Saturday is camp day. After that, it's time to get the hell back under the roof and away from all the wickedness. And this is something that you will find yourself. You know, and everybody's spirit is different. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, some brothers are a bit more outgoing than others, but the overall majority of your time, you don't want to be around these people, and that is perfectly fine because now that you know and have this truth, you will see this world for what it is, wicked. You don't want to be around all the sinners. You don't want to be around all the bullshit. Once you clock out, you want to get the fuck away from everybody. And that's perfectly normal. That's what this word does to you. Yahushua said that he was going to, matter of fact, Matthew the 10th chapter. When you come into this truth, life isn't going to be all peaches and creams. You're going to want to separate yourself from people who do not share the same mind as you. Matthew 10, variance. I want to find the word variance. You know what? I'll just type it in manually. Let's do variance. Salakia, y'all. Variance. Oh, wow, of course, I should have been looking at it. Matthew, we'll start at 10:34. Think not that I'm come to send peace on the earth. I am not come to send peace, but a sword. Now, Yahushua, when he returns, he will literally bring a sword, and also on the fact that he's dividing up the household. All right, so that's a twofold verse. Verse 45. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. And this doesn't only apply to the men, sisters that are, learning in the truth as well. You will find yourselves, we all find ourselves at variance with our former homies, at variance with, co-workers, former friends, at variance with any motherfucker you come in contact to. You could, let's say you out at, let's say for men, right, for the brothers, you at the bar, you see a chick, you talking to her, things is going good, bloom put a bloom put a blah put a bloom, and then what? Oh, I got a man. Happens all the time. Now this conversation over. Matter of fact, why didn't you say that in the first place? Matter of fact, why was you entertaining me in the first place? But that's this world, And I'm just using this as an example. The average person in this world, they just go with the flow of wickedness. As soon as wickedness presents itself in our face, we don't want no more parts of it. Whether it be a beautiful woman, whether it be, somebody offer you a plate of food, you thought you was finna get down, you look down on it, it's honey glazed ham. Nope, I can't touch this. We are at complete variance with these people in everything. We don't want the food they want. We don't want to speak the language they speak. We don't like the clothes they wear. We don't like the air that they breathe. We don't like the haircuts or the weave. God damn it. We don't like the cities. We want to leave. All right. And that's the spirit that this truth will put you in. Let me get another one. All right. We're going to use this out of Malachi right quick as an example. Malachi 1:1. It says the burden of the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to Israel by Malachi. All right, so this is something you read several times throughout the scriptures, and you'll see that it'll say the burden of the word of the Lord, given to the prophets. Well, what is that? What is that burden? It looks like Masha, all right, or Masha'ah, load, bearing, tribute, burden, lifting. Uplifting, that to which the soul lifts itself up. Wow. So what we're actually doing, we're lifting up our soul. And so these people around us, they're low vibrational. That's why we're so different from them. That's why, what's that song? I don't fuck with you. God damn it. And they don't, and right back, dealing in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, learning these prophecies, learning who you are, learning the past, learning what's coming. Your spirit begins to separate and defer itself from the people of this world. It says bearing, carrying. All right, you are carrying the weight of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on your shoulders, which the elect and the 1/3 are doing as a giant conglomerate, which is why we all feel similar. We hate the wickedness. We hate this world. And oftentimes we hate our flesh that is wicked against our spirit. It's one big collective effort that we're holding up until we get up out of here. All right, and so just a couple more. I gotta be I'm gonna be nearing my destination soon. All right, let's get this out of Ephesians. So knowing all this, first and foremost, this is one of my go-to scriptures in terms of restraint. Knowing what we know, but don't be out here wilding, right? Ephesians 4:26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. All right. Plain and simple. All right. So we know what we know, but we can't be out here acting in a fashion that can get us arrested by the police and bring shame to bring a bad name to Great Millstone and yourself. There's people who practice lifestyles that are worthy of death, and if you were to go to put them to death, you will be spending a long, hefty sentence behind bars, or at least in there waiting until Yahushua returns. All right. So, know what we know. Just hold it in and bottle it, and just separate yourself. It's okay. Hey, the time is gonna come when we get to spaz out, because when we get to spaz out, it's gonna be the biggest spazzing out. All right, and it's gonna be. When I say we, I'm referring to, Lord willing, I myself, you brothers, specifically the 144,000 men, the 12,000 out of each tribe that will be turned into God, King, Priest, Warrior, Destroyers. Okay, that's when we're gonna be able to finally let it out, and Esau not gonna have an answer for it. All right, and another one. We're carrying this burden. We're doing this work, right? Let's do this. Let me see. Okay, looks like Matthew 24. Let me get over more lane. Matthew 24, and okay, yeah, we'll start at 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? blesses the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. All right. We're carrying our cross. I'm gonna have to get that. We're bearing the burden of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Masha'ah. All right. And so our reward for this will be, of course, there's a plethora of scriptures, all the benefits of the kingdom. So we're better off suffering, dealing with what we have to deal with now, than to be enjoying the pleasures of sin for a season, like it tells you in Hebrews. Because we not all ugly. Some of us could be out here having some real fun, but that doesn't mean anything, knowing that the destruction is coming. Seeing all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons all ye be to all in all holy conversation and godliness. So bear your burden, y'all. Bear your burden. We will have our reward. All right. We give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all elect Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.